Good morning, I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy holidays and happy first day of Kwanzaa. You're watching NewsdayTV. Police need your help finding the driver involved in a hit and run earlier this month. Investigators believe this blue Mazda hit a pedestrian on East Main Street, Kings Park. If you have any information about this crash, you are to call this number here, 1-800-220-TIPS. Construction is complete at a busy Nassau road. The upgrades are at the interchange of the Northern State Parkway, Glen Cove Road, and Jericho Turnpike. Officials say the changes are designed to improve conditions for drivers and pedestrians. The $3.8 million project began last November. Marching on, the Farmingdale High School Marching Band put on its annual holiday show just 3 months after the tragic crash. Macy Egland has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
A touching tribute at Farmingdale High School as the band and choir put on their annual holiday performance, a tradition that began over 15 years ago by their beloved band director, Gina Pelletieri.
Her spirit, though, is with us all the time, and we just keep telling ourselves Miss P would want us to keep the music going.
Pelletieri and chaperone Beatrice Ferrari lost their lives in September as these students were on their way to band camp. One of the buses went off an embankment in Orange County, killing the educators and seriously injuring dozens of students. Emotions are still very raw for many of the students and staff here, but they say there was never a doubt in their mind that they'd do this show.
We knew full well that this was something that had to go on. This is so important, not only to our band kids and the kids that are performing, it's also important to our community.
The night began with a moment of silence, and then the music that's helped heal their hearts, including a solo and standing ovation for Ashley Betts, who was injured in the crash. She was the last student to come home from the hospital. And finally, the wind ensemble, which Pelletieri would have conducted. An emotional moment for everyone and proof of their resilience.
Playing music together has brought us all closer. I mean, it was what brought us together in the first place, but now that she's gone, it's even brought us closer.
2 months ago, we were all in the band room, like it was silent and we weren't even making any music, and I'm just so proud of all that we've accomplished since then.
Reporting for NewsdayTV, I'm Macy Egland.
Well, the LIRR is getting ready for New Year's Eve. The railroad is adding 12 extra trains to the city and 16 trains back to the island after the ball drop. Heading to Times Square for the big event, performers this year include Flo Rida and Meg Thee Stallion and much more. Sports now. The Giants have lost to the Eagles yet again with the score of 25-33. The New York team has not won in Philadelphia since 2013. The Giants have 2 home games remaining against the Rams and Eagles. Checking out your hyper-local forecast. Take it easy on the roads. Long Island is under a dense fog advisory till 10 a.m. So visibility may be tricky as you head out this morning. Let's take a look at your day planner. Highs around 47 degrees and again, very foggy out there, so be careful. Tonight, temps remain in the 40s, so that's good news, but tomorrow rain returns. But we warm up slightly with highs around 52 degrees. And here's a look at your futurecast. You may see some scattered showers this afternoon, but tomorrow is what we want to focus on here. May cause some flight delays, but again, we will keep you posted on the rain. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
Catching up with Carol Silva, the retired news anchor is focusing on optimism and positivity after a health scare. Sherry Einhorn has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
Ready, set, go!
Catching up with Carol Silva, her life, her health, and her incredible ability to always be positive.
I just feel great. I feel healthy.
So, how's her life going? great, she says.
I'm a big believer that your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits, and your habits really establish how your life is going to go. They're literally the best doctors in the world.
4 years ago, she announced publicly that she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer that spread to her brain. She battled, beat it, and was cancer-free for 2 years before being re-diagnosed with cancer in her lung.
And that one kind of knocked me through a loop a little bit. I thought, I'm human. You know, the last time around, I was superhuman.
But she believes in the power of prayer, in positive thoughts, and in helping others. It's something she says she was determined to do more of after stepping away from her role as an anchor for News 12 Long Island, a place she called home for 30 years.
My goal was to grow my soul and then to help grow the souls of others.
She's enjoyed a lot of chapters in her career so far, so what's her next one? A podcast due out the end of January called, wait for it, The Silver Lining.
That is about those times in life, and we all have them. We really think that you've tripped over an awful, painful stumbling block, and it turns out to be an incredible stepping stone to something else.
Carol embodies warmth, kindness, and joy, and not just during the holidays.
I love Christmas since I'm a little kid. I love putting out the pictures of my kids on their first Christmases.
She's excited to have everyone home for their annual Oyster Bay Christmas. At a time of the year when there can be so many stressors and challenges in life, Carol has this advice for anyone who wants it.
If we just lead with kindness and we lead with some courtesy, we'll find out more about each other and we'll end up on the same page.
For NewsdayTV, I'm Shari Einhorn.
What a journey, so inspirational. Read more about Carol Silva on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box. A Long Island man is celebrating a major milestone, his 25th anniversary of double lung transplant. Virginia Huey has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
This is my special place.
For Gary Klausner of Plainview, today's walk at Jones Beach is much more than a workout. It's a celebration of life.
Today is my 25th double lung transplant anniversary. 5-year survival rate for someone with a double lung transplant 25 years later now is just over 50%. And here I am going on 25.
Diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 10, Klausner lived an active life until he developed a life-threatening respiratory infection at age 33.
My doctors came to me and said my only chances for long-term survival would be to have a double lung transplant.
Klausner took time away from his newborn twin sons and wife to move to North Carolina to be waitlisted at Duke University Hospital, facing an uncertain future.
I had that feeling of hopelessness. Am I going to be alive to see my wife and my boys grow up?
3.5 weeks later, Klausner got the call that a donor had been found. After a successful transplant, Klausner walked the Jones Beach Boardwalk as part of his rehab. Within weeks, he ran his first marathon. He's been enjoying life's journey, watching his sons grow up ever since.
I appreciate everything in life. I don't take anything for granted.
And while Klausner cherishes every moment with his family, there is another special family that is never far from his thoughts.
That heroic family that made that unbelievable decision to give me a second chance at life. Just incredibly grateful for the ultimate gift of life.
At Jones Beach, I'm Virginia Huey for NewsdayTV.
You can read more about this survivor's journey at Newsday.com. Click Get More below the NewsdayTV video box.
Watch Newsday TV on the big screen. Use the remote to activate Siri, Alexa, Roku, or the Google Assistant on your streaming device. Say, install Newsday. Newsday TV, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.